And welcome back to Sharin no Kuni. And, of course, we are continuing right away where we left off last time.
森田くん、一緒に帰ろう。
Morita-kun, let's head home together. Ah, school's already over. I haven't noticed.
どうした？珍しそうに。
What's wrong? You look kind of surprised. No, I was just thinking about how soothing the fact that time continues to flow regardless of any given individual's perception of it is... What? Sorry, I have to read this over. No, I was just thinking about how soothing the fact that time continues to flow regardless of any given individual's perception of it is. Does this sentence only sound weird to me, or am I not getting something?
ほう。なんだか素敵な発言だな。森田くんは容姿端麗なだけでなく、詩人でもあったのか。
Oh, that's quite poetic. So you're both handsome and a poet. You're not too bad looking yourself, but I think you should give the bangs a rest. The what? Please, what? You're not too bad looking yourself, but I think you should give the bangs a rest.
よく言われるよ。
I get that a lot.
どうした？僕の顔に何かついてる？
What's wrong? Do I have something on my face? No. Was it just my imagination? For a second there, I felt something approaching bloodlust. This sentence also sounds weird. I know what it's trying to tell me, but... is there a word missing? For a second there, I felt something approaching bloodlust. I felt something like approaching bloodlust.
今日みたいに世界が赤い日には執筆速度が上がりそうだね。
My words flow more freely on bright wet days like today. Isuno spread out his arms and thrust his chest outward into the light. Something like this, I guess. As he did. Oh, did you bump into her? His fingertips grazed Natsumi's cheeks. Oh, he did the stretchy and then... Oh, sorry. Wait, but I want to know what bangs means. Let me just really quickly... Oh, I should have prepared this. Yeah, quality recordings here. All quality. So, the only word that didn't make sense to me were bangs. So, let's see. Oh, now I get it. It's the hair before his eyes. Oh, the thing I used to have, but it looks really bad on me. Or I just don't know how to do it properly. That's why I put them up and not down. Okay.
あ、ごめん。
Oh, I'm sorry. No. Natsumi stood petrified, wearing an expression of utmost fear. Oh god, was she all... Maybe she was already threatened, that she almost oversteps the line... That she has almost overstepped the line in her obligation and now she fears every contact. Hey, don't worry about it. No special high-class individual would get on your case about that. They are not gonna punish you for something that you couldn't avoid.
そうですよね。
Oh, I just realized. Oh, she's not wait, she's not even allowed to touch any person of the other gender. So that's why Kenichi restrained himself as he tried to grab her, so that it's not really allowed, even the other way around. Oh, I think it goes a little bit over my head. Yes, that's right. I didn't know how long Natsumi has been burdened with her obligation, but such things were to be expected in one's daily life. So the prospect of violating her obligation in such a way should not have instilled any particular sense of fear in her. But if that were the case, why was she trembling like this? Natsumi went out of the classroom without another word. ...
どうした森田くん。やけにシリアスな顔をしているが
What is it, Morita-kun? Your face is looking pretty grim over there. Chase after Natsumi. It's best not to pry. Oh wait! This decision is really easy because the old Jiza, well, not the old Jiza, but the special high class man, which we are the pupil of, said that we have to get in to befriend all who have an obligation. Wait. That we have to keep an eye on everyone who has an obligation on them. So, I think that would be the right thing to do right here. I mean, wouldn't it make sense to the whole story? Or did he... I already can't remember if he told me that I only have to keep an eye on the tsundere, but... I forgot her name already also. It's so hard for me. Even normal names are hard for me to remember, so Japanese names are even harder. Alright then, so there's a pretty clear case of saving. Go. And we chase after Natsumi, because he obviously has no obligation. The bad thing is we can't get on with him. I mean, he wanted to go out with us. Well, not go out with us, but he wanted to go back to the dorms together. So I would neglect him. On the other hand, that would be a really interesting thing to do. Oh god, I'm already in a pickle and I'm only 7 minutes in. It's best not to pry, I would say that. On the other hand... Oh, but look at this cutie! Oh, I don't really want to run away. But on the other hand... Natsumi is one of the most interesting. Just for the sole reason that she has an obligation. I chase after her, it's the most reasonable thing. I couldn't just leave her alone. See you tomorrow. I waved to Isuno and ran out into the hallway. Aww. I had to leave Mr. Handsome. The setting sun dyed the corridor red. Natsumi was staggering left and right, trying to keep her distance from the surrounding people. I went up to her and caught her attention. Let's walk home together. Oh god, look how fearsome she is! What happened to her? Her voice was no louder than that of an insect, but it carried the unmistakable tone of rejection nonetheless. I really didn't understand why she disliked me so much. I'm going to walk next to you, okay? God. She cowered before me as if I were the predator and she the prey. I needed to get her to calm down before anything else. I'm sorry, I surprised you by calling you Nak-chan all of a sudden. You can call me Ken-chan in return, okay? Okay. I begged for the acceptance so incessantly that it frustrated even myself. Since you were the first person I met in this town, Natsumi's expression clouded over right as I was about to tell her an awesome joke. That we will never hear now. Thanks, Natsumi. The hands grasping the hem of her skirt began to quiver.
森田くん。
Well, Morita-kun. She looked like she was suffocating. Oh god, she has an anxiety attack.
私と一緒にいると変な噂立っちゃいますよ。
Oh god, is it really that tight in... I mean... Yes, no, maybe it's school, she's probably right, but still... If you walk next to me, people will start weird rumors. Rumors?
みんなからいじめられたりひどいこと言われたりしちゃいますよ。
What? Everyone will say mean things and bully you. Why would they bully me? Ah, that would certainly be a problem. I've been tasked with interrogation and harmonization after all. More to the point, it appeared that Natsumi herself had been a victim of bullying. Is it because of your obligation?
いえ、どうなんでしょう。私はそういうの関係なしだと思います。
Huh? Ah, no, I don't know. I think it's unrelated. I don't know how it is around here, but in the city, the prohibition of love obligation is only assigned to lying, cheating scumbags who try to pull off the playboy. Lifestyle breaking hearts in the process. Oh, wait. So, I don't know how it's around here, but in the city, the prohibition of love obligation is only assigned to lying, cheating scumbags who try to pull off the playboy lifestyle, breaking hearts in the process. Well, there are women who act the same way too. And I want to know why she has this obligation. Frankly, it's a pretty shameful obligation. Discrimination arises as a result of this badge. I wanted to know the reason behind her badge. And I want to know it too, so I picked the right choice. I wanted to know how and why a girl like Nak-chan had committed such a sin.
えっと
Well... Natsumi looked timidly in my direction. What's wrong? Do I have bugs crawling out of my ears?
いえ、ちょっと怖い顔をしていたので。
Pardon me? No, you just looked a bit scary. What was this? I had let my true emotions bleed through? Old man Hoizuki would have killed me if he had caught wind about this. I'm Morita Kenichi. My life's goal is to manipulate people like tools. Yeah, exact same reaction. I tried calming her down a bit with my catchphrase. That's a pretty weird catchphrase, but it's effective. Listen up, this country's position is something akin to the world's leader. The supreme arbiter of justice, you see? All because we won the war 100 years ago, you see? She's still confused. And you see, the special high-class law, our country's crowning achievements. Achievement, you see? It's for worthless criminals like you see? It's a perfect system of punishment designed for re-education, you see? That's so weird! Is this really how you would say and phrase that? ... I love you! I jerked my head downward, facing toward Natsumi.
ごめんなさい。
Oh god, what learned we... Why is she apologizing? She fled from my presence. What the hell am I doing? Well, think about it. Say you moved to the city and became a water flea, then grew weary of your travels and returned to your hometown in the country, When you arrive, you find that the ordinary girl, the girl who you were close to, has turned into a lungfish. If something like that happened to you, I'm sure you'd freak out. Right? That's my current thought process, and apparently it's showing on my face. I needed to get going too. My shadow grew long beneath the setting sun. The sudden appearance of a second shadow caused me to spin around. Oh, you're heading home too, Chairman? I had stopped for a smoke break in the thicket over yonder, so it was getting pretty late. I despise smoking anyway on a personal state, and he's not referring to the regular smoking, but to the weed smoking, and I don't really know how I want to stand to this. Shut up! Whoa, what's with you? Shut up, shut up! Wow, she basically sounds like Tiger right now. I really like it. Urusai! I butchered the language again. Ah, I see. You had to stay behind for supplementary lessons? Is that so bad? Now I'm guessing that you're not actually too bad at studying, am I right? Call it woman's intuition. Kenichi edition. Okay, that was a good one. That's right! I was right after all. I took a look at the problems on your exam. As long as you know the material, there should be no problem, right? Your obligation means that you have to follow all of Kyoko-san's orders. She defines your curfew, forces you to eat all of your carrots, makes you go to bed early, and so on. Yes, she decides everything, from my hairstyle to tonight's dinner. Now, what I'm getting at is that keeping all of these orders straight requires a pretty decent memory. In other words, she couldn't use poor memory as an excuse. Wanna see my exam? She took it out of her bag and handed it to me. Let's see here. For example, what if it asks for 3 squared? That'd be 9. I would put down 6 out of carelessness. A simple mistake, huh? The year the war ended and the special high-class law was put into effect, the end of the century, 1999. I accidentally put 1999. Wow, that was pretty damn clumsy. You should take it more slowly, calm down a bit, and recheck all of your answers. Oh. I always try to, near the end of the testing period, but there are so many places that need checking, and so little time to do it, that I end up freaking out. I can so much relate to that. I wouldn't say that I'm totally careless, but there's always too few time for me to really ensure that I can make it in time and to check if my answers are really correct. And I mean, I get careless because time is pushing me to go onward and onward, and then there are mistakes in it, and then I totally fuck it up, then I get totally and then I fuck it up anyway. And yeah, that's basically how I run tests. Unless I'm totally confident and totally know what I'm doing, I can't do it. You don't deal well with pressure, eh? What's with that? I thought so, Tone. She scolded at me. You're the type that agonizes over whether to push the button to get the bus to stop or to wait for someone else to do it. Am I right? Wait, what? That agonizes over... Wait, agonize? Agonize. Good thing I have it up here. Oh, wait. Agonize. Nope. ECE is not what I said. Oh, wait, what? Agonize. Ah, it really works. I never tried that. Oh, okay, yes. Of course. That's actually... Wow, I really love this app. Maybe I can show it. It's this. It's called... It's called dick.cc. It's really good. It's really good for me, at least, because if I wanted German to English translation or vice versa, then I really go almost always to this site, because it always has the answer and a lot of alternatives for very different things, and it really helps me to get better at this language.
偉そうなんだけど。
Would you stop being so arrogant? Don't get angry so easily. She was the type just asking to be teased and yet didn't want to be teased. If that wasn't selfish, I didn't know what was. I'm going home. See you tomorrow.
サチの部屋に泊まってるって？
You said that you were staying in Sachi's room? She called for me to stop. Yeah, she's really helping me out, so I'm thinking of doing all the housework in return.
森田健一って料理とか得意なの？
Morita Kenichi, are you good at cooking? Japanese, Indian, French, Italian. I guess you could say I'm a bit of an iron chef.
へえ、私も中華料理は作ってみたいなって思うのよね。
Oh, I've always wanted to learn how to cook Chinese food. Hmm?
酢豚とか美味しそうだよね。
Sweet and sour pork sounds pretty good. Wait a second. She wants a date. I mean, a cooking lesson. She really wants to spend time? She wants to spend time? Well, it was very predictable. Hey, I thought you didn't read the series. So why can't you understand what I said? Those get mentioned in the Japanese and Western installments. Wait, what? Did she... Because the Iron Chef? Her mouth may not have said, oh crap, but her face certainly did. Aren't you prohibited from reading books for pleasure? You wouldn't happen to be violating your obligation by reading them secretly, would you? Wait, is that an obligation? She's not allowed to read books for pleasure? Can you really do that? Oh, if her mother said it, but...
違う。お母さんに禁止される前は好きでよく読んでたのよ。今は読んでないよ。
No, I was allowed to read whatever I want before my mom told me not to. I don't read them anymore. I looked at her.
ちょっと疑うの？
Do you think I'm lying? When did your mom make you stop reading for pleasure?
去年よ。
Last year. You'd better throw them away.
だから。
Like I said, you underestimate my otakuism. I happen to know for all fact that sweet and sour pork was not mentioned until this year's April edition. That was the hint? That what gave it away? Why couldn't she know about Why couldn't she know about sweet and sour pork? Why does she had to read that specific book to know about this? I mean, is there no internet in this? Is there no cooking book where she could have read it about? I mean, what? How far away do they live? I mean, even I knew about sweet and sour pork before I got into visual novels and the Japanese culture, even though I still don't know really much about the Japanese culture other than the things that are mentioned in some animes. Otakuism. I don't know how lenient your previous special high-class individual was, but Old Man Huizuki is dangerous. Extremely dangerous. I pointed my finger at her face to emphasize what I just said. So he's basically doing this. He is extremely dangerous.
でも持ってるだけなら
But just owning them shouldn't... Better safe than sorry. Books are meant to be read. Owning books that you don't plan to read strikes me as rather suspicious. Oni's expression took a turn for the sour.
なんとかならないかな
Can't I do anything about it? Not unless you get Kyoko-san's permission.
そんな
No way!
お母さん私が勉強できないからって遊ぶなっていつも言うの
Wait. Mom always tells me just because you're incapable of studying doesn't mean that you can goof off.
おかげでテレビもバラエティとか見れないし音楽も国歌みたいのしか聞けないし
Wow. Would you really want to live that kind of a life? Is there even... Can this obligation be lifted? I think it can. She won't let me watch anything entertaining on TV, like variety shows, or listen to music other than our national anthem. A flood of complaints issued forth from her mouth. You should try to get on her good side. She's the one who decides this severity of your obligation, after all.
でもお母さんやたら厳しいし規則とか理屈とか大事にする人だし
But she's not going to ease up. She's the kind of person who holds regulations and logic in the highest regard. You can appeal to the sentiments of anyone. Even businesses often hire based on a good first impression, rather than a simple assessment of one's ability. That's just how the world works. Hell, I've been through enough to know this firsthand. And that is pretty much true. That's why I started to be concerned how I look in public. So every time my hair is messy and I haven't recognized it, I feel bad about it. And every time I get all those... every time my beard grows back and you can see all the stubbles. And every time this grows together with... Oh, I don't think I shaved it. But not as clean as I would at least. And if I get all those red dots in my face, I'm always thinking, oh god! Anyway...
よくわかんない
I don't really understand. Her expression began to cloud over. But man, I can't believe that you, of all people, would like that serious.
悪い
Can't I? I thought you hated books. Don't you hate stupid things?
くだらないことは嫌いだけどあの本の真面目な話は好きなの
I hate stupid things, but I like the serious stories in that book. Also, you want to watch variety shows?
バラエティはくだらなくないの
Variety shows aren't stupid. Wait. Let's see. Wait, what? My app closed. There we go. Variety show. Perfect. Come on, show me. There we go. That doesn't tell me anything. I don't even know what that means in German. By whose standards? Just what exactly do you consider stupid?
だから言うでしょおはヨーグルトとか
Stuff like using stupid slang in greetings. Haven't you heard? I don't think that happens very often.
下品な下ネタとか
And vulgar, dirty jokes. Well, I've certainly never heard of a sophisticated dirty joke.
とにかく嫌い
Anywho, I don't like them. Want to know? I kind of know what sophisticated means, but I just want to make sure. I want to make sure. Come on, delete. Sophisticated. I really like that the app can actually understand what I'm saying. I don't think it's the app. I think it's oh. Oh yeah. Oh okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Sophisticated, komplex, intellektuell, elegant, kultiviert, differenziert. Okay, yeah, that makes total sense. Oh, I didn't find out about this. I think it's my smartphone itself who can understand me for some reason. And yeah, it's great. I really love it. That's way faster than typing it in all by myself. And I'm really glad that I think I speak clear enough to let a computer know what I want to look for. That's even if it's only a computer, it's really reassuring that I at least can somewhat damn it, I forgot the word about it. Emphasize, no, that I can at least somewhat. How is it called? At least somewhat. Pronunciate! Wait, is that the right thing? Pronunciate? I think. No, fuck you. Fuck! Damn it! Stupid phone. Stupid phone. Pronunciate. What? He understood translate. Pronunciate. Fuck you, Ab. Now it totally misunderstood me. Anyway, I think I already wasted enough seconds with that. She must have made a fool of herself in the past. I have to get home soon. Oh yeah, and my apology for holding off so long. I mean, I tried to learn more about the English language while I'm reading those books. So yeah, that can happen. So if I fell into thinking about something, feel free to just skip ahead if you're not interested in my Eurekas and stuff like that. Did Kyosuke-san did Kyoko-san order you to be home by 6 again? No, I want to listen to the radio today. Her scowl loosened up a bit. I guess she was looking forward to it. About what time do you go to bed?
11時くらいかな。
About 11 o'clock, I think.
ってなんで森田健一なんかに私生活を晒さなきゃいけないのよ。
Hey, don't stick your nose where it doesn't belong.
帰る。
I'm leaving. I have a bit of spare time, so I'll escort you. I started walking.
別にいいって。
You don't have to. She followed me, but not without another complaint. I escorted One home and returned to Sachi's room.
とうーんと
She is thinking about something. She appeared to be in the midst of grunting for unknown reasons. I'm back! Oh, hello! Hey, that's actually a nice pic. Maybe I can use it later as a thumbnail. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Sachi was in front of her PC. She leveled her gaze directly at the screen, holding on to the mouse for dear life. So, how's business?
微妙。
Meh. Which country's currency are you dealing with?
南の王国。
The Southern Kingdoms. Well, this was way too enthusiastic. The kingdom, huh? That war-torn wasteland? Wouldn't you be better off trading monopoly money?
あそこってさ、うちの国が一番軍隊出してんじゃん。だから戦争で勝てばレートも金利もあたしらに有利になるはずなんだよね。
Our country's deployed our military's largest division over there, right? If we win the war, then their money should appreciate in value. The interest rates resulting from this will be quite profitable. I don't think that's likely to happen anytime soon, though. Why don't you try working with something safer?
いいの。今一番安く買えて、リターンも大きいから。
Don't worry about it. I can buy it for next to nothing at the moment and cash in big time later. Sorry, that was totally mispronounced in every way possible. No, totally misemphasized. Wait, let me repeat that. Don't worry about it. I can buy it for next to nothing at the moment and cash in big time later. She's not really enthusiastic, so I can't go with her totally high-pitched voice right now. This is actually also pretty good. Yeah, this is actually a better thumbnail. I can do a title like, what are you looking at? Well, do as you please. It's your money, not mine. I headed into the kitchen to wash my hands and gargle. Gargle? I didn't know how much Sachi was relying on this leverage of hers, but the fact remained that she must have had a decent amount of money to begin with. Sachi has always been a bit different, but she's not a normal student, is she? By the way, where's Mana? I mean, she has the obligation of time restriction, so she isn't an ordinary student, obviously. She must have did something very, very bad. Heck, Natsumi should have did something very bad too, and the other girl too, so they have all dirt on their socks. Yeah, that was the best phrase I could come up with. Mana, your sister-in-law?
寝てるんじゃない？
Isn't she sleeping? I was just joking around, but it looked like they weren't related after all. Why does she sleep in the closet? ... Hey!
知らない。好きなんじゃない？
I don't know. I guess she likes it in there? You don't seem to want to see much of her.
そんなことないって。ちょっと時間が合わないだけ。
That's not true. We just have different schedules, that's all. It wouldn't do to pry after all. I had to respect the privacy of those undergoing rehabilitation.
あ、そうそう。森健ってさ、山登りとか得意？
Oh, I just remembered. Moriken, are you good at mountain climbing? I guess I'm probably above average.
ケービングは？
How about spelunking? What does that mean? Okay, this is interesting. Spelunking. Blanking. Let's try that again, shall we? Spelunking. Nope. Okay. I take it back. It can't understand me at all. Nobody can. Go away. Spelunking. Oh. Oh. Okay. I never heard that word before. Höhlenforschung. Well, I can deal with SRT, but diving is probably out of my league. What? What does SRT mean? Oh, I guess I should explain it to you. SRT is a technique which utilizes one rope for both ascending and descending. Oh, thanks!
いきなりブツブツ言わないでよ。
Fourth wall breaking again. This game has fourth wall breaking and... Oh god, is he self-aware of him? That we are looking at him? I don't... Or is he just that uptight that he thinks he is so important that someone might question that? Don't start mumbling to yourself. Don't start mumbling to yourself all of a sudden. Sorry, it's a habit. I scratched my head. So, what's the matter? Was there a new cave found on Mount Morita?
森田さん森田さんね。名前はどうでもいいけど。
Mount Morita? Oh, I get it. Morita-san, huh? Well, the name doesn't matter. So, what is it? Sachi pushed her chair back from the desk and stood up.
まだ内緒。
It's a secret. Don't give me that. Explain.
それにしても、森健ってやっぱ普通の学園生じゃないよね。
Anyway, you're not a normal student, are you? I told you to explain, damn it!
なんか初めて見た時にピンときたんだよね。私、鼻が利くって言ったじゃんね
Somehow I knew it the first time I saw you. I told you that I have good instincts. Sachi laughed eerily and popped the pills from yesterday into her mouth.
ねえ、森健さ、特別高等人を目指してるんでしょ
Wow, she figured me out. Say, Muriken, you are aiming to become a special high-class individual, right? She lay down on the bed. How do you know that?
トーカから聞いたんだよ。
I heard it from Tooka. You're friends with Oni? Sachi nodded her head vigorously.
あれって、いろんな職業を体験しなきゃいけないんでしょ
Gaining experience with many occupations is part of the process, isn't it? Calling it experience doesn't cut it. One is required to operate on a professional level within a short period of time.
なんでなの法律の勉強だけしてりゃいいじゃない。
Why is that? Shouldn't just studying law suffice? Well, I don't really understand it myself, but I slowed my breathing, drew back my jaw, and tried to crumpling my forehead. Wait, what? I slowed my breathing, drew back my jaw, and tried to crumpling my forehead. That sounds weird. I look like a titan. Oh god. Okay, learn to appreciate the gravity of one person judging another. Dot dot dot.
誰のモノマネ
Eh? Who are you imitating? My bad. I guess it's kind of an inside joke. I was trying to act like old man Hozuki.
わかるわけないし、超ウケるんだけど。
There's no way I could have figured that out. It was super funny though. I didn't think it was that funny. One cannot look after someone whose feelings they do not understand, yes? Based on this and the fact that an abundance of professions exists within our society.
ああ、なるほどね。床屋の人なら、床屋の経験がある高等人の方が仲良くなれるもんね。
What? Ah, I see. Barbers can get along better with a high-class individual who has had experience being a barber. Well, that's part of it, but in the end, people simply offer up more respect to those who possess a wide range of abilities. Popularity is also thrust upon said individuals.
森健が勉強できるところを見せたり、体育とかで活躍したら、女の子たちはきっとキャーキャー言うもんね。顔もいいしさ。
Okay. If you were to showcase the fact that you are good with both sports and academics, then all of the girls would go gaga over you. You're not bad looking either. Also, accidents can happen at any time. For example, Natsumi collapsing. Many high-class individuals are qualified as doctors in order to deal with situations such as that.
森健は
What about you? I'm thinking of heading down that path eventually. But now I'm really only qualified to handle basic first aid.
何が得意なの
What's your best area? According to the aptitude test, I seem to have a gift for management.
じゃあ、ひょっとしてバリバリの営業マンだったりするの
Management? Then have you ever tried being a hardworking businessman? I have, but since I lack a certain degree of common sense, My business partnerships hadn't lasted long.
でも、さすがにこの世の全部の職業を体験したわけじゃないんでしょ？
But there's no way a single person could experience every job that exists. Well, yeah, but hey, if you can drive a car, you can probably drive a bus, right? That's the kind of logic they are working with. So they sent us out to gain experience in a variety of general fields.
キワッキワじゃん。
Edgy, isn't it? Edgy? Is this some more energetic terminology?
危ういってこと。
It means extreme. I guess you could call it that.
今まで一番大変だった職業は？
What was the hardest thing you've had to do so far? That would have to be my stint as an apology agent. My stint. No, not. Oh, I hate it. Why doesn't it work anymore? There we go. Have to be my stint as an apology agent. So he can't really apologize properly if he made a mistake? Or just tries to talk his way out of it? Is that it?
嘘でしょ。
No way! Or maybe being a murderer? Oh, what? Did he actually kill? Good night. I prepared a towel cat. It was almost 7. He just dropped that? Well, the hardest thing I had ever to do in my apprenticeship is to be a murderer. I'll do the laundry and clean the bath.
掃除はやっぱいいから。物がわかるところにないと困る。
Okay, don't worry about cleaning up the room. Though, everything's where I can find it right now. Sleepiness dripped from her voice. Oh, and wash your own underwear. Already asleep. Guess it was time for a smoke. God damn it. I know how they look, so... But I never really tried it. Well, I never tried it, in fact. I hummed while gracefully handling the frying pan. Ah, I remember when I covered snakes in curry powder and ate them. Good times! Oh god, he ate snakes, really?
ご飯まだ？
Are you done yet? Just a moment, I'm putting on the final touches. I furiously banged on the gas burner with the frying pan. Wait! Actually, I wanted to stop now. Oh god, no, let's go a little bit longer. Phew! Yeah! Go!
おーおーおー。
Take that! Cha! Yeah! Bam!
できた？
Done? Okay, now that I've gotten that out of my system, I press stop on the cassette player, producing the sizzling sounds. Are you serious? He just pretended to cook in a frying pan?
できたできた？
Done? I picked up the convenience store bento I had hidden on the floor and handed it to Mana. I couldn't use the gas. It's broken.
ケンイチ、ガス直して直して。
Kenichi, fix the gas! Fix it! Well, I wanted to eat some Chinese food myself. I can't fix it, if you don't mind a few explosions. Oh god, what a crybaby! These damn hick towns and their damn hick utilities. We are paying money, so the least you could do is provide 24-hour support.
ケンイチ、なんとかして。マナ、あったかいご飯が食べたい。
Kenichi, do something! I want to eat something warm! And the damn hick convenience store forgot to warm up the bento.
ケン Kenichi, 目つきが危ないよ。
Kenichi, you look dangerous. I could have really used the smoke right about now. Oh god, do you really need we to calm down? Ah, that's right. I calmed down. Natsumi lives in the storm too. We could just use the kitchen in her room.
おーおーおー、お友達がいるんだね。
I won't say the whoa, but friends in good places. Alright, Mana, you wait here.
早くね。
Okay, hurry. I shouldered the frying pan and headed out into the hallway. The dorm was so quiet at night that I could hear them hum of the fluorescent lights. I walked around the building searching for Natsumi's room. Hinata! Hinata! Here, I have a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling. And I mean, I have a really bad feeling. I came across a door with a faceplate reading Hinata Natsumi attached to it. I knock. Good evening. There was no reply. Nak-chan, are you there? Damn it, I'm hungry. I leaned my head against the door. Bang! Without warning, the door opened. I banged my head against it in the process. Ow!
はい。
Good evening.
どうしたんですか？なんだか顔色悪いですよ。
What's wrong? You don't look good. Yeah, I really need a fix. Oh god, I know what he means by that. Anyway, please lend me your kitchen.
部屋に上がるんですか？
You're coming into my room? I won't have to if you bring the kitchen out here.
フライパンボロボロじゃないですか。
Wow, isn't this frying pan a little banged up? I just got done cooking Chinese in my head. Natsumi's face filled with pallor until now regained its color.
中華料理ですか？
Chinese? Do you mean Chinese food? Yes, sweet and sour pork. That's what I'm planning on making.
あれ、美味しいですよ。私もよく作りますから。
Oh, that's pretty good. I make it pretty often. Don't put any pineapples or cherries in it. I'll get mad.
わかってます。キュウリを入れるのもダメです。
I know, no cucumbers either. I laughed automatically. You've read it. That sci-fi series.
はい。小さい頃からずっと。
Yes, I've read it since I was little. I see. I stared down at the floor.
どうしました？
What's wrong? After a sigh, I raised my head back up. How's school?
どうと言われても。
What about it? Your studies seem to be going fine.
いや、そんなことも。
No, that's... What about friends? Are you getting along with Sachi or Toka?
さっちゃんとはたまにおしゃべりして。
Sak-chan and I talk every once in a while? I see. That's good. My gaze moved to her badge. What's this about? The question leaked out of my mouth. What happened? Yeah, please tell me!
バッジですか？
You're asking about the badge? You're not that kind of person. That's all. Natsumi stood up straight.
私、そういう子ですから。
That's how I am.
男の人とたくさん付き合って、 ひどいことをしたから、これはしょうがないんです。
Is she lying or is that the truth? What? Was she trying to fill the emptiness in her heart and all the men just couldn't do it and then she abandoned them to find something to fill the hole Kenichi left when he left this town? I went out with lots of men and did cruel things to them. It's only natural that it would turn out like this. Her words carried a businesslike tone, as if she had rehearsed them many times before.
ごめんなさい。だから、あまり私と仲良くならない方がいいんです。
I'm sorry. That's why you'd be better off not being friends with me. I murmured to quell the onslaught. You've had it rough, haven't you? She showed such contempt for herself with those words. Let's be friends, okay?
ですから、私と仲良くならない方が。
As I said, you'd better off. Your previous high-class individual ordered you to say that to any man who approached you, didn't he?
えっと。
She looked troubled. It's okay. Our eyes met. But only for a moment. Natsumi quickly cast her eyes toward the linoleum wall once more. Are you prohibited from glancing upward at men?
はい。
Wow. What about crying in front of a man? She gave a slight nod. What? Relax, it's alright. Have you eaten dinner?
残り物でよかったら。
No, I don't think that's what he's getting at. I have leftovers if you want. Thank you. I held out the handle of the frying pan. Could you put them in this, please?
いや、お皿用意しますね。
No, I'll prepare a plate. So yeah, my theory poofed in thin air. But it was a theory nonetheless. But what did she do? What did she do to deserve this? She went back into her room. I leaned against the wall and gazed up at the ceiling. Oh, I have the feeling her story will be the most fucked up in this whole playthrough. I bet it is the most fucked up. I think... I mean, the story... I think I order them right now. Toka's story will be the least fucked up, I think. Second will be the wet-haired girl, Sachi. And the most fucked up thing will probably be her. We talked for a bit just now, but I've encountered no instances of Nak-chan instigating a conversation herself. It's like she doesn't feel curious about other people. She's really changed. The door opened and Natsumi reappeared. That was fast. I saw a heap of orange noodles beneath the plastic wrap on the plate she brought out.
どうぞ。本当に残り物ですけど。
Help yourself. They are just leftovers, though. Spaghetti? That's Western style. It looks good.
取って、受け取ってもらえますか？
Could you take it? Huh? She proffered the plate while looking away from me. Her unnatural movements evoked the impression of a girl giving the boy she had a crush on a love letter she had written after a sleepless night. That's a pretty pictured view. Or a pretty descriptive... Oh god, I can't handle words right now. I mean, he described it very, very interesting. Want the back of the school? Want the back of the school? This evening?
お願いします。早く。
Please hurry! With pleasure. I accepted it. With that, she retracted her outstretched arms and hugged them close to her. What's wrong?
なんでもないですよ。
It's nothing. Her breath was ragged, and blood was rushing to her face.
手が触れたらダメだなと思って緊張するんです。
When I think that our hands mustn't touch, I get nervous. That's true. With her obligation, she needs to watch out for her hands the most. Of course, accidents are permitted, but if they happen too often, she'll probably be penalized. I leave the plate in front of your door, okay?
はい。
Well then, good night. She offered no reply. I returned to my own room with an itch in my brain. Alright! And that's where we leave today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it so far. Leave a like if you did. Maybe do a little comment here. And if you are just new here, welcome to this Let's Play. I don't really know how to call it. And if you enjoyed it as much, maybe share it with a friend. That would really, really help me out to grow the channel a little bit bigger. And I will hopefully, of course, the most important thing, see you in the next one. Stay tuned.